everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So today I'm back with another little family home, and I built this one in the world of Newcrest, as you can see, and it's actually a very simple little home. I was working off of a reference picture for the facade of the house, and it basically looks exactly like this house ends up looking. I copied it one-on-one almost, like with the big dormer and the porch with the roof over it, and it's nothing special. I have definitely built stuff like this before, this type of house, like this shape of house, but I just always feel like it looks so cozy and small, and for this one I really wanted to build something that was more on the smaller side. So definitely a little bungalow, so a little one-story house, and yeah, something that would be quite small but still would fit a small family. So it ends up having 2 bedrooms. I furnished 1 bedroom for 2 parents. Could also be a single parent, obviously. But I was definitely having 2 parents in mind, and then I furnished the 2nd bedroom for a toddler. So I was definitely thinking that this is a young family. They have a little toddler, it's just a young couple with a young child. And yeah, that is what I did for this one, and I think it turned out so cute. And one thing I really wanted to do, I already wanted to do this like going into the build. Like when I started building it, I knew from the get-go that I wanted to make it red, which is weird because I don't really like red for houses or in general, I would say, which is a weird thing to say because obviously there is lots of different shades of red. I feel like I have talked about this before on my channel, but red is just not really my favorite color in the world. Especially this type of red that I'm using on this house for the paneling. But that was why I thought it would be such a fun, little challenge for me to make it cute and to like actually make something that I like, even though red is not my favorite color. Because I think not necessarily the picture that I was working with on Instagram, but something else that I saw was red. Like another house that I saw was red, and somehow, I don't know how exactly, but it sparked inspiration and I don't know why. So I decided to make the house red. And I think it turned out really lovely. I used this red paneling or siding, I never really know what to call it, from Spade, I believe, and that is actually a pretty one. And yeah, I really like how it looks combined with the gray brick that I used from Base Game. And then I used the white and gray and black set of doors and windows from the Seasons pack, which I think complements the house really nicely. It makes it look very wintry, and that is why I'm also building in the wintertime. I knew going into this that I wanted to build something cozy and wintry, so that is what I did. It is the wintertime in the game right now. It's not snowy, but it is wintertime. And eventually I set the game to snowy, just because I thought it was a cute vibe. And I also put a Christmas tree in the inside, like for the interior, not a fully decorated one. So it's one that you can still decorate yourself. I think your Sims can still access it. I don't think I play tested the tree. I think I forgot to do that, but yes, if not, then you can probably make it work somehow. It shouldn't be easy to make it functional if it isn't already functional. But it's not fully decorated yet, so I was thinking maybe they are still setting up for Christmas. I thought that would be a cute little gameplay idea. Somehow the not fully decorated Christmas tree, to me, looks so cozy and lived in for some reason. And oh, as you may notice, my cat was also here. I built this over on stream. So my cat was there for a little bit, and I turned on the cat cam, as you can see, and she's just showing us her butt right now, so that's fantastic. But she's there. It's the thought that counts, I guess. And you can also see that I set the game to autumn for landscaping purposes. I try, but I can't landscape in the wintertime. For one, when it's actually snowy, you can't see what you're doing because there is no terrain visible. So you can't really do any terrain paint or anything properly. But then also all the plants, not all of them, but most of them are literally dead, and it's so hard to see what you're doing. So I was like, okay, let's set it to the fall time just for landscaping purposes so that I can at least see what I'm placing down. And so that I can also do the terrain paint properly, so that when you want to download this house and it's not snowy in your game, it still looks okay. That is kind of what I was going for. So we made it fall time just for a little bit, and I did some landscaping. I love how the landscaping came out for this one. It's definitely not very manicured. It's a little bit all over the place and a little bit messy, but that is how I usually like my landscaping. I just like when it's a little bit overgrown and just plants everywhere, and it just brings me joy. It's also just a fun process to do in the game. I feel like it's so relaxing to just sit down and do some landscaping. Sometimes I won't feel like doing it at all, because sometimes it can sometimes feel like a chore. Almost, when you're not really in the mood or in the zone. But for this one, I was really in the zone and I really enjoyed it. I was also doing it over on stream, like I said. And it's always so fun to build with stream, like on stream with my chat, because they can give me ideas. If I'm not sure about something, they can help me out. Or if I am floor planning, for example, because oh my God, I am so slow when it comes to floor planning. And I will take all the suggestions. So it's always very helpful to do these types of things on stream. It's nice, and it's fun to not like do it all by yourself. But here I was just landscaping the little corners in the backyard. I did fence off like the backyard for this house. And I also placed lots of trees, which in the fall, also because this house is red, like in the fall, it just looks so gorgeous. But I decided to make it winter and snowy anyway, as you can see, and it still looks super cute in the winter time as well. So that is something I really enjoy about this one. The landscaping doesn't look too bad actually. And as you can see, I played around with these fairy lights from, I think they're from a kit, the Little Campers kit. Is that the title of that one? With the children like camping stuff. And they that kit came with these very cute little fairy lights. They're very small, but I sized them up and they ended up fitting perfectly for this front porch. So that is where I decided to place them, and I think it just turned out so cute. I also put a little chess table on the front porch and a rocking chair, because why not? I have a space for it. And I don't always put rocking chairs, but I always like the idea of it so much. So I was happy that I thought about it for this one. So that I could place one, and I think it turned out really cute. And then here we have the, just the main interior of the house. We're getting started on that right now. It's only very small, so I was definitely struggling with not necessarily the floor plan, but I was struggling with the layout for the living room because it was way too cramped and the couches weren't gonna fit. And that was when someone in my chat actually suggested to extend the area with the front door a little bit. So that there would be like a tiny little bit of a hallway, and so that I would have a little bit more space to like place love seats without like blocking of the main entrance or the front door entirely. So that is what I did, and that made a real big difference. So like I added these 3 extra tiles for an entryway by the front door, and it just made all the difference. So that was a really great suggestion and made the floor plan like flow together a lot nicer too. So that's what I did. But for the interior, this house is quite modern, which I thought would be fitting for a younger couple with a toddler. So it's quite modern. They have these love seats from Seasons. I used a whole lot of Seasons stuff in here, if I'm not mistaken. I just really enjoyed how it looked for this house. Seasons definitely comes with some more modern looking stuff that I really like. So yeah, that's what I decided to go for. I knew from the get-go somehow that I wanted to use these love seats in this particular swatch because I really like this swatch, the black and brown, and then with the light wood tone. It's just so cute in my opinion, and so modern and sleek. So that is what I decided to go for, and I based the rest of the like living room color scheme off of these love seats, basically. There are some mismatched things. For example, the cat or the console table. Oh my goodness, the little end table where I placed the TV is a little bit mismatched in the sense that this wood tone is kind of lonely in this interior. The rest of the wood tones are more lighter. I want to say, but yes, I still really like it. It just looks good in here, and the style of the end table is just really nice as well. And so yeah, I immediately got started on the living room because I wanted to tackle that because I was feeling a little bit unsure about the placement of everything, and I wasn't sure if it was all gonna fit. So I did that immediately, and then I went back to the tiny little entryway. I wanted to just make sure that we had everything there. So I put a coat rack and also an umbrella rack because you definitely need that in the game if you have Seasons installed. And I placed some shoes and whatnot. And then behind the couch, I decided to go for a bookcase. I remembered that I was struggling with picking which bookcase to go with, but I decided to go with the one from Get to Work, I think it's from. it just looks modern and simple and full of books and lived-in and cute. So that's what I decided to go for. And then here we have a 4-seater dining table. It's just the base game table, but then I use these dining chairs from Seasons. So definitely very matchy-matchy in here. But I really like these two together. This particular swatch of the base game table just looks really good combined with these chairs. It just goes very, very nicely. And I decorated the dining table with some Christmas related decorations because I thought it'd be cute. Like I said, they are like setting up for Christmas and things, because you can see the tree in the corner. It's not properly like decorated yet. And I also don't have any presents underneath it because, you know, it's only the beginning of December when I started building this, and it still kind of is early in December. So I thought that that would be fun and fitting. And then here we have the little kitchen for the house. The kitchen is super small, so I was definitely fiddling around with where to put all the appliances and how to lay it out properly. But I think that this looks really nice. I use these counters from Parenthood, and then I combined it with these overhead cabinets from, oh my goodness, what is it called? Dream Home Decorator, yes. And I think it looks really nice. I was at first planning on using the regular ones that came with like the matching ones to the counters basically, but I didn't really like it. It was too much gray and just too matchy or too the same. I don't really know, but I didn't like it. I wanted to like mix and match it up a little bit. So that is why I decided to go with the not matching ones from a different pack. But still, I feel like the tone or the color of them look good. Kind of somehow still matches with the countertops, and they're just really basic. So I feel like they go together nicely. And then I really only had one countertop to clutter up, which was this one where I placed the tea maker, because I only had one more countertop left in this kitchen, and you kind of need that free of decorations. Otherwise the kitchen would not be functional. So I only cluttered up this one by the sink, and then this one next to the stove. I didn't really place anything. I think I placed some wall decorations, but nothing on the countertop. So just to make sure that you can actually use it. So that's what I did. And then I had this one wall free of decorations, and I placed that mirror leaning against the wall from Jungle Adventure, and it just goes there perfectly. It looks so good there. So that is what I decided to do. And then the bedrooms for this house are really small because the house itself is really small. I went all out with Seasons for this one as well. So yes, we have this bed. I love the green carpet, the dark green base game carpet with this purple wallpaper for some reason. I can totally understand if you don't like the combination of those, but it sparks something in me. I just really enjoyed it, especially for this like wintry, sort of Christmassy themed house. I thought it was somehow really cute. And I went for the entire like matching furniture set with the dresser and the nightstands and the bed. It's all from Seasons, and it just goes together super nicely. The swatch for the dresser is a little different from the nightstand swatch, but I like that because otherwise it'd be, I don't know, I guess a little bit too matchy, even though that is what I was kind of going for, but still, I don't know. I really like how this one came out. And obviously I could not leave the clutter kit alone. I use a lot of the clutter or the items from the everyday clutter kit in this house because it's just way too good, and I can't not use it. And at some point I realized we have no desk or like office or computer desk or what have you. So I decided to put a little laptop on the dining table so that there is at least a computer in this house for your Sims to use to make the house a little bit more gameplay friendly, I guess. And then here we have the little bedroom for the toddler. This one is very neutral toned. I really like that. It's very neutral. We have a lot of browns and beiges in here, and then I use these very soft green curtains, also from Dream Home Decorator. I felt like that would be very like nice and modern and sleek, and just I really like the color combination, even though it might be a little too modern for a toddler's room, but I don't know, I kind of liked the whole vibe in here. I thought it was really nice. And then obviously as the kid gets older, they will get like a more colorful room with stuff they like, but I really feel like this is the sort of room that the parents would have still designed, you know, because the little baby can't really design that. So I feel like this was more like the parents' pick of furniture and decoration still. And then I obviously also put some toys and stuff on the floor so that it looks like the toddler has been playing in here. One thing I did not put, and I most definitely forgot to place, was a potty. I'm so sorry. I did not place a potty, but you can most definitely just put a potty in the toddler's room. You could try and fit one in the bathroom, but I think that would be a little cramped. This bathroom does not have a tub. It only has a walk-in shower, but you can bathe toddlers in the sink in The Sims 4. So there is a way to bathe your toddlers. I think their hygiene doesn't go up as fast or even all the way when you bathe them in the sink as opposed to in a tub. But I guess that's just what it is. The layout for this bathroom was not going to allow me a shower tub combo, so it would have been only a tub. And I really dislike the idea of only a tub. If anything, only a shower, but not only a tub. I can't with that. It takes so long for your Sims when they take baths and stuff. It takes up way too much time. So I was like, okay, it's also not, I feel like it's not really realistic to only have a tub in a bathroom. In The Sims, it's fine, but in real life, I feel like, I don't know, it's just, I don't really like the idea of that. So I decided to just go with a shower and no tub, and you can bathe your toddler in the sink. It's gonna be fine. And then I also put some stuff in the backyard. Obviously, we have a swing set and I put a dining table. I also put some planter boxes as well as the woodworking bench for some skill building items, and then a little picnic table in the backyard as well, because I thought that that would be cozy. Anyway, that's it for the build. Let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. It looks so cute in the snow, especially with these lights. And obviously I placed them because Christmas vibes, but I feel like they look cute year round, so you could just keep them up, I guess. Then when we walk around the house, we have the backyard over here with some activities. The backyard isn't like crazy decorated, but it definitely has some stuff in it, some planter pots and a swing set and what have you, and also a little dining table on the porch. Then on the front porch, we have a chess table, so that is a fun activity. And then when we go inside, we enter into this tiny little narrow hallway. The only functional item here is the umbrella rack, which is a nice functional item. And then over here, we have the main living area slash kitchen slash dining. It's definitely open floor plan because it's super small, but here we have the main living room of the house with 2 love seats and a little TV in the corner. Over here we have the dining room. Obviously this chair back here isn't functional, but you know, it's give and take with a tiny little house like this, so I feel like that's okay. 3 functional chairs nonetheless. And then we have this tree in the corner, super cute. And then over here we have the kitchen. I love this galleyway kitchen style with the back door in the middle. For some reason I really like that. It's just very cozy to me. So we have the stove and the fridge on this side, and then the sink and the oven over here on the other side. Then over here we have a tiny little square hallway, and on this side we have the parents' bedroom. Again, nothing crazy cluttered and decorated, but definitely cute. So we have this bed with 2 nightstands, and then over here we have their dresser with a whole bunch of knickknacks on top. Simple but functional. And then over here we have the toddler's room. So a little toddler's bed, and then this nice bookcase that I thought filled up the space so nicely for this room, and it adds some color to it as well. And then over here a makeshift changing table with some toys on top to make it a little bit more cozy. And I felt like this mirror from the pastel pop kit, it's not meant for children, but I felt like it looked really nice in this room. And then over here we have the bathroom. Nothing fancy, no tub like I already explained. We do have a nice modern walk-in shower, and then a toilet and a sink, and just some decorations as well. But that is basically it for this house. So this cozy winter home is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 52,000 simoleons, so it's not that expensive. It's not a starter home by any means, but I feel like it's not that bad. And I built it on a 30 by 20 in Newcrest, but I feel like it would go in pretty much any world. But that's gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream on Twitch a couple times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!